And here we go. We are live in game number 1 between Team TN and Team NSO. We have TN with Richo. I think those are from Latin America and Spain, so I think they are Spanish speaking. So I try to pronounce their name Spanish, even though I doesn't speak any Spanish. As USF, we have Lou Phoenix as Brits. We have Brandon Likes Guns. That's actually a name that I can say. As Soviets going straight for mechanized support. And we have Rusovsky as Brits. On the other side, we have Lockdown as Oster going right away for fortified armor. We have Devilish going straight away for Spearhead. And we have Sully going for Elite Armored. And we have Von Ivan going for Luftwaffe Supply.
Love to see Luftwaffe Supply.
Yeah, it makes me happy.
Great meme commander ever since it got buffed. I've still yet to try that strategy that Fire recommended to me at one point, where he just rushes the forward bunker, but in 1v1, and just uses the OP med supplies for healing.
It's amazing. You can do it also like in team games. With cheap infantry, with Ostruppen, you spam Ostruppen and then spam those airdrops because they'll give like insane combat buffs.
Yeah, I don't know why they do, but it's kind of insane. It's 30 muni.
You get 3 packages,
get, like,
1 instant heal.
You get RA and accuracy or something like that?
Yeah, you're so incredibly hard to kill with these things. It's insane.
Yeah.
And then you just, you set up a med bunker, so you reinforce, and then GN you will die. It's just not possible. And because you have so many Ostruppen on the field, which benefit from the buff.
It's what I like to call a latent cheese. So it's cheese, but no one has discovered how to abuse it yet.
Oh, we played a few games in it, and it was glorious.
Yeah, but it's now widespread.
It's not widespread, that's true.
Yeah, thank God for that. UC already taking a ton of damage on the right. Never a good sign.
Yeah, MG42, right?
Yeah.
MG42s are really good against UC if you don't micro them. Lockdown playing pretty much standard also, I would say, double mortar.
Oh, the MG on the left already
dead,
actually.
And now he has to pick it up with the... Ooh, the mortar is hitting hard, man. That's a goner. MG's dead! Will be stolen. There's no support. Oh no.
I never thought Von Ivan unit preservation would kick in at minute 3, but here we are.
Well, it's 4 versus 4, right? More shit is coming down.
Yeah. I think that might have been a double shot from the mortar, because I find it hard to believe that it did that much damage to the MG that quickly.
Yeah.
USF mortar, no less.
But no an MG against you, especially an MG42, will cause some issues there.
Ritz MG42. Kriegasm.
Meanwhile, on the other side, though, Sully and Lockdown doing some work there.
It's very similar to the build we saw Hal Gaming do. Double early mortars from Ostier.
Yeah. Well, Lockdown is also a main 4 vs 4 player. I think he only plays 4 vs 4, sometimes 2 vs 2, but really rarely. So, he knows the way around with the cheese.
Got a sniper coming out now from Devilish. To abuse
What
the Brits.
though is interesting that they didn't mix. They mixed, but only 1 OKW. Like, normally you see X is always mixing 2-2.
I guess they plan to just have 1 OKW as Stuka Slave, and then the rest, you know, do whatever.
Yeah, but usually the OKW player is doing the main lead of Assault in the early game because Osteo spams just support teams. So you need the most Grenadiers as some sort of snaring platform and also as a unit to cap actually ground. Because 1 Grenadier and 1 Pioneer from Lockdown won't get the front line, right?
I already start to see like a definition of the front line here. Allies taking control of the left and the axis of the right.
Yeah, triple captor running at the moment.
Saw a nice flank from Devilish earlier around try and outflank the Maxim.
Sally is actually going for the 2-2-1. Really risky though, in my opinion, and forward without the upgrade. It's really squishy and there are a lot of units on the field. So if you don't have an eye on it, you're suddenly dead. I would say the UC should win, right? Against the non-upgraded?
Yes, it
especially
does.
with a snare on it. It
wins about 80% of the time. But once you get the upgrade, those odds flip. So the 2-2-3 wins about 70 to 80% of the time.
But now the 2-2-1 is getting picked off. It's not looking that good for Sadi and Von Ivan. But double mortar, man. The mortar is actually the unit that's up the fastest. Like, the Flamer Pioneer is also that one, but the mortar is also getting killed, unlike the Flamer Pioneer.
Our lines of supply are disrupted.
Looks like Sully actually cancelled it. 2-1.
Yeah, like I said, 2-1 is weird, in my opinion.
I mean, it could be good in this kind of situation. He's fighting a totally snareless composition, but when you're blobbing like this, the 2-2-1 is useless. So,
yeah.
I suppose it makes sense that he would choose to ignore it.
We have forward reinforcement actually from Tien Ruskiski. We have the forward assembly with those British medics. They have actually nice looking models. For a unit which was not originally in the game, it looks really nice.
Oh my god, that Zis barrage was nasty on the right.
Yeah.
Almost completely wiping out the Grens.
Sniper 6 kills.
If we're gonna see a counter sniper from the Brit player.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
He's investing a lot of manpower in the other shenanigans, so probably not early anyway.
Yeah, sniper like in 4 vs 4 that dies so fast, so you could actually say I'm not trying to counter it, because it will die at one point. Anyways, to random artillery shells.
Yes. You just trust the process. Natural selection.
Yes. And also the amount of targets on the field that the sniper can never get enough damage done to get the full force off the field. You can't bleed 2 players with 1 sniper efficiently.
Well, good thing for that. It'd be quite concerning if you could.
That would be... we have a glider coming in, but not the commando glider. We have a forward logistic glider which can be used as forward reinforcement as well.
So I guess their plan is to have a 1 forward reinforced platform on each flank.
Yeah. Deviation though from the standard procedure with ambulances on the flank. So...
I believe there was just a wipe on the left on a Gren.
Yes, he was soft retreating. Like, why? Why would you soft
died,
retreat if you could just full hard retreat? And
perhaps he underestimated the section blob.
Yeah, maybe. We have Von Ivan Sully actually going for a flank, how it looks like it.
He's trying to break through in the middle, I guess.
But there's the mortar will get forced off, but there's also the flag half track. And without this Rakaten, the flag half track will have a good day. We have, by the way, a Pekkawi on the field from the airdrop combat group. Like, even our Pathfinders are not that bad, right? But not having access to the support team drop from Airborne, I think it's not worth to like go for the ENR Pathfinders, for the Pekkawi to not drop. Oh my god, I want to say something straight and I'm not possible to say it. I'm sorry, guys.
I believe Tetrico just lost the squad.
Yeah, Raffle went down somewhere.
Rifleman, right?
So yeah, guys.
One or two paths.
MG dropped better than Pekkawi dropped in my opinion. That was the thing that I wanted to say.
Commando
yeah, I didn't
glider
have much
from,
sleep this night.
From Rusovsky.
Yeah, we have, by the way, mortar half track on the field from Devilish. And the Med Bunker with Commando Bunker upgraded.
Section going down on the right.
The amount of wipes in this game.
Reconnaissance Stuka, fueled and ready to fly.
It's hard to keep track of all the wipes with 8 players. Not gonna lie.
Axis slowly losing their grip on the fuel here because they just lost more units.
Yeah, was to be expected, right? But it looks like Vaughn was able to recover from the early loss of the MG with double mortar and a rebuilt MG42. So
And now the
paratroopers should jump
KW.
into the trench, right? You don't want to give up the trench to your enemy.
True.
MG42 gets some heavy shelling there, has to retreat. Yeah, indirect fire is definitely needed.
Interesting that they went 1 OKW
And
but
tier 1,
he went,
right?
Yeah, he went
Leaks
battle
there.
group. No Stuka. I think that's probably a mistake.
Yeah, like, you know, the Pekau is such a good magnet against for the Pekau, for the Stuka. Like, it can't run away that well and dies if it's less than 3 models.
Yeah. I mean, if you needed the fort reinforced, you could just get
Clear
Vaughn to
bunker,
build
the case
a
is
command
solved.
bunker. Yeah. So, struggling a bit as a result.
Yeah, Paratroop was also not upgrading the M1919s, even though he has the ammo on the bank. Not sure. Like, Paratroops with M1919s are Terminators on long range, right? Like,
Yeah. They're very strong. They can even beat ogres if you abuse the suppressive fire ability.
yeah. It takes also a lot of veterancy actually to ogres to beat the Paras without any abilities. Like, you need veterancy 2 and 3 probably to beat Paras. So, it
Yeah, Paris hit the field much earlier, so.
Mortar track gets nearly killed from Soviet mortars, or was it an 80 gun shot?
We got commandos on both sides of the map now.
Yeah. Keep in
Gonna
mind,
be
boys,
annoying.
you can build commandos from the logistic glider, and also you can build support teams from it. They have different models as their side gunners. They don't have the standard side gunner models.
They have
commandos.
commando models.
Yeah, but they don't have commando stats. They're just
Yeah, visual,
skins.
visual. Imagine if you could build commando stat support weapons. Now that would be something.
Yeah, man. You get the flank off of the MG and still die. Actually, that happened once. We stole and mortar with shocks, recruited with shocks, reinforced it completely. A grenadier was going for the flank, went up close range and we killed it with the side gunners. Wiped it actually. So everything is possible. Yeah, the tier 1 from Sully gets some heavy beating there. League also decrewed. And yeah, the lack of some early rocket artillery is hurting the Axis a lot. One has access to the incendiary bombing run, which is not that good, if I remember correctly, unless it got buffed.
Allies fielding their first tanks right about now. We got a Caddy first for Brandon and a Firefly first for Ruzovsky. It's pretty interesting.
Firefly first is actually an interesting unit choice, since Firefly is not the tank destroyer of choice.
I really do not approve of this choice, but we'll see.
Katyusha, yeah,
goes.
makes sense in my opinion, because look at the targets there. And with double AT gun, against no Stuka, should be easy to fend off tanks. But Firefly is weird, especially because they are now heavy targets.
Yeah. I mean,
And you
even
can
if
get
the-
both. You can get both.
Even if the Axis do get tanks out right now, it's gonna be mediums, right?
Yeah,
So-
and mediums suck against better than Firefly because of the rate of fire issue of the Firefly.
The tulips and the commander upgrades are not
Exclusively.
mutually exclusive.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can
not
get
even sure
both.
like if the tank commander actually worth it.
Of course it's worth it.
I don't know what it
It's,
does, therefore.
It gives you 10% accuracy on your main gun, and it gives you a bit more sight.
Ah,
It's a
fair enough.
no-brainer,
That's actually really good.
no-brainer upgrade.
It's a no-brainer upgrade.
Yep. I click it reflexively every time I build a thing.
We have the IL-2 run coming in from Red and Light Guns, forcing off a few grants.
I think this is the first time in the match that the Axis have been completely forced off on the left side.
Yeah, left side looks really ugly at the moment, but MG42 getting the retreat there now.
And the battle group went down at some point as well.
Yeah.
Really rough for Sully.
And Sully is building his tier 3 next to the spot where his tier 1 was.
This is just silly, in my opinion.
That it will go down, right? It's already at 50% health.
Exactly. I mean, even if the USF player didn't have pack howies, you know the Brit player went for commandos, right?
Yeah, we have
Right,
flame
so
artillery
you could
going down on the MG
eventually just nuke it.
and not getting a single model, but a lot of HP damage.
Von losing his pack to the commandos.
Yeah, nearly losing the MG to a retreat grenade from the commandos. But tier 3 saves the day.
One of our anti-tank guns is gone.
Its last act in this world before it dies, the masked pack howies.
And we see UC not going down to double snare, but small fire does the trick.
Forward emplacement.
Still no whip upgrade on the paratroopers. That's
Well, he has
interesting.
enough.
Jackson on the way from the USF player. Tier 3 nearly at full HP again.
Destroyer is ready for action.
I
Nice.
think Von and Sully would benefit from trying to consolidate in mid at this point. Maybe.
Well, they're not
sweep across
getting
and
into
help
mid
their
at the
ally.
moment, right? Oh, that was a missed
Yeah.
opportunity from the Brit player not getting the vibe on the Vox Grenadier.
Good news. The ability is ready for use.
Crocodile's an option. Will he go straight for Crocodile Colin? He has the fuel on the bank. Crocodile will actually make a lot of sense, right? There's like no threat for it. Like one AT gun, even double AT gun are not really good against the Croc, since the flamethrower doesn't respect the feelings of AT guns.
The Croc will probably end the game. Especially since the Schwer is also about to go down, so no prospect of a tank for Sully.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it goes. Von going straight for tier 4, like you mentioned last game.
I need to type something, guys. Give me a second. Sorry about the delay. I will pause the game. Never mind. I wanted to. Greyshot wants to cast the game from Tommy from Copenhagen, so then we won't do the replays.
Supply half-track is in action. Standing by.
Well, we will do it. I'm not sure yet. We will see. Let's focus on the game first. That was was it? Was not major artillery. What was that?
I think it might have been Pathfinder.
It was Pathfinder artillery actually.
Yes, yes, it was. My God, that just obliterated both mortars, man.
Where's my friend there? Yeah, it's not looking really good at the moment for Von and Sully. I think the whole early game strategy came back to them, and the lack of a Stuka
There's a crocodile ready to cause all
and
kinds
tier
of
3
Yeah.
also went down. I think that's toast. Like the left hand side is completely collapsed.
No
Once they
Stuka,
realized
no-
that there's that meat, like this, you can ignore that, right? What can Von Ivan and Sully achieve? They have nothing.
Yeah.
So it would be actually now smart for this side, like keeping a minimum pressure over here and use your remaining forces to flank on the other side.
You now have Tiger tanks at your
Because imagine now going with the Croc and a few units over the flank from the middle.
We are
No way in hell they will be able to stop this push. They will just collapse.
Yeah. We got, what, 4 packs on the right side, and Devilish went for an Ostwind as his first tank.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not really gonna be able to contain the Croc if it pushes through.
Brumber on the
right
field
place at
from
the right
one.
time.
I can understand the Brumber choice since there are not many ATs, but there's Jackson on the field. Second Jackson on the way.
Oh, Ostwind just got obliterated by the Firefly in this is.
Something you don't say that often, right? A Firefly killing something.
Well, has big alpha damage. I'll give it that. Oh,
Yeah,
here
if it gets the penetration, it does a lot of damage.
Here comes the Crocodildo.
And yeah, it's time for exit barbecue. Sunny has to go for King Tiger, right? Like retacking and yeah, he has tier 2.
Yeah.
Now.
But it's gonna be
so far off, man.
beyond
With no
before he
fuel
makes it
control.
there.
Yeah, gets the wipe there. One is dead, that meat.
Yeah, he has nothing.
He has nothing.
At his army.
Yeah.
37 pop, and that's with a Brum Brum, so...
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
He's going for a supply drop in base. Try to rebuild his support weapon forces.
A little bit of fuel, I would say. Sully, take it. Take it and build something useful with it. But the problem that
I mean, look at the Croc here.
the crocodile can't stop it, right? There's nothing. There's no AT.
Maximum
There's one rocket.
disrespect. Just right up to the base. Brutal.
And here we
Now,
go.
yeah,
Do you guys
this
have
is
to
exactly-
realize maybe it's time to go for the flanking trip using raid tactics. But there's a Brumber, so the infantry flank won't achieve much.
We have lost a Granatwerfer squad.
Yeah, but Team
Gee,
Madness is throwing in the towel. I think it came down to the early game.
Yeah,
It went downhill from there.
I think the strategy was just not optimal. Right side, I think had the right idea, but left, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the
tier
left was
1
not
choice.
the best thing.
The commander pick was slightly questionable too. Luftwaffe ground forces, I'm not sure. Or sorry, Luftwaffe supply.
It depends what the game plan was, but I think it came down in the end. Look at one's KD.
I haven't actually slash held from the game yet.
Yeah, it's 40,
47,
107
Oh, good lord.
as of there. With did he have the sniper? I
No,
think
no sniper, no sniper.
no sniper.
He should have gotten one though for sure, but I guess he had taken too many.
Lacto was
losses
actually
into
doing pretty fine.
more essential
80
units that he
to
needed.
46. Explanation mark brackets into the chat.